I
Hey, welcome
only
to Tuesday
fight.
Night D&D with DM Kalsto.
Hello,
And I
everybody.
think I got something messed up with
Hello.
the overlay.
That's it's pretty much there. Wait, nope, everyone's there.
Yeah, it's mixing up some stuff from Friday because
Oh, I see the highlighter. Yeah,
that and the stuff in the background is like, well, what's going on? I think I know what I did.
it's all good. All right, so we'll pick up right where we kind of left off last time in the thick of it. So you guys had engaged Darius and Thaddeus, the two vampires who had caught you as you were trying to escape Varden Hold. Engaged in combat, unfortunately, taking away most of your team's mobility, with a lot of you unable to do anything. It was a little bit hard. Some of you almost going down, almost losing some of these new acquaintances as well on the way. Through some quick thinking or making horrible decisions, Seraphina seemed to almost begin some sort of recall of her brethren as she slit her own throat. And then immediately after that, you saw as the three that were there just got pulled back towards the castle, as well as other ones coming from different directions. Using the opportunity, you immediately exited out. But you were not alone, as you came across the remainder of the war dogs, their daylight bodyguards, so to speak, waiting outside, including the father you had saw 2 days prior, who unfortunately his daughter had passed trying to eat Vel, which did not mix well with her living situation and ended her life. So, as you're being called murderers by about 30 of these things, it begins to snow. What do you guys want to do?
Did
We
yell
got
at
no
them that
meadows. What you were saying?
we did tell them that it was them who bit Vel.
You ever
Or
tell them
something.
that? Oh, I did call out she bit me first.
Doesn't seem to change much of the reaction yet, though.
Yeah.
Your kinsman bit something poisonous. Unfortunately, even poisonous to your kind. We had hoped that you would have some method of treating it. Though the handoff could have been handled with a bit more care.
Dudes. Hold up. Trying to pull up their stats to see what roll was. Oh, there we go. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, well,
Amazing.
already. First roll of the night is going off absolutely wonderfully.
All right, that is versus his insight.
on.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, 26.
While he doesn't necessarily disagree with what you're saying, he doesn't necessarily care so much. Just that his daughter is dead. You can tell by his body language he looks very, very angry.
Distraught?
Not distraught, just angry.
I'm going to
A
push
quick-
to the front of the group.
You
So
notice
what then?
too, hold on a sec. As you approach in, you'll notice because they kind of have like a little semi-wedge around you. The ones that are kind of closer up front look a bit younger. They look a little bit more jumpy, kind of like how Scruff looked, not necessarily age-wise, but they're just a little bit more jumpy and inexperienced. And then you can tell almost fairly easily by how these guys rank up because there's everybody and then there's 3 guys that look so completely relaxed in the back that like you can tell this doesn't bother them at all. You probably want to stay away from those 3.
Hmm.
All right, continue. Hey,
Yeah, I get to the front. Vash is still on my back, and I'm just gonna look the father in the eye. I'm sorry your kid died. Her life was beautiful and her death was sad. But this is what happens. You know, I know you guys are unused to dying. It wasn't our fault, it wasn't her fault. It's just these things happen. So what now? Do you want revenge?
you just watch as he lifts his finger and he points into the crowd.
Does he seem to be pointing at the crowd in general or at a specific individual?
Is he pointing at me?
Did you ever watch that scene in Hook where like he's pointing out people and everyone starts pointing at themselves like me, him, me, who? You narrow it down and it's between Amy, Vel, and Belmont. They're doing the finger point thing at the moment. Killed my daughter.
No, I just delivered her body.
He's talking about Vel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was.
Your daughter bit her.
I don't care.
That was the cause of her death.
And I will be the cause of yours. Give that one to me.
We will not sacrifice one of our own. No more than you would yours.
Sits there looking angry.
And what do you want to do with me?
To kill you. Then I'm going to rip your body to pieces.
Okay.
Some of the younger ones are like getting ever so slightly closer. Some of the ones in the back, not the 3 that you can tell are the much larger ones, the kind of the mid-tier ones are kind of goading him from the back as well.
Is he basically trying to invite me to 1v1 him? Is that what it feels like?
You know, that or they just want you. They just may want to rip you to shreds.
So what are you gonna do, Vel?
First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check if the teleporting works anymore. I'm just going to try to swap what hand my dagger is in without just tossing it.
Not a thing.
I'm going to look at Amy and just go, I don't have a clue.
Gonna establish a quick connection to Misfit. Well, you do have the ability to bring her back. Do we want to pose that as a potential option?
He fell.
What, Belmont?
I think I could buy us 10 minutes if I need to.
What's going on in the head of yours?
Can make a barrier that'll keep him away. I don't know what we do after that. They'll buy us 10 minutes, though.
I'm going to. This is a so out of pocket question, but I'm going to look to the dad and I'm just going to call out, how often does it snow in Varden?
He just looks confused by your question. Not often.
Forces up.
Is it? You might want to back up.
Mister, I have a question for you. It's very important.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You walk closer.
Yeah.
A little bit closer, a little bit closer. Wall of
What's going
force.
on? Oh,
And you just watch it kind of appear around you guys. And you just watch as they start kind of approaching, and they look pissed. A couple of them turn into their wolf forms.
Have you even thought about the repercussions of this? Salt your own land, poison your own kin. You rip
Start
into
to-
shreds.
Beating on the dome outside.
Not going to help you.
can they hear us through that thing?
I don't
We
think
can hear
so.
them. We can. Do we hear them like pounding on the barrier, or do we just see it?
Well, you see him. Let's look and see if he hears. That's a great question.
Because I mean,
Down, free
it's one of those weird
surface.
things.
Just
It would block thunder damage,
each panel.
but
Yeah, but we can do physics laws around that. That's not a big issue. Cut through creature space, blah, 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 blah. Nothing physically. Yeah, I'd say for all intents and purposes, you'd be able to get sound through it. That shouldn't be an issue. But they do kind of like collect around you now.
I don't
always
think they
wanted-
care all that much for talking anymore.
I've always wanted to cast that spell.
You did cast it, remember?
I know, but I've never cast it before.
What do you?
Great
I've only
roll.
ever practiced.
I'm
It's
just
kind of
gonna
new.
we'll see
look
what
at him
they-
weird.
It's exciting.
I just have to maintain it. He's like, and you watch the wall of force kind of shift a little bit, and then it reaffirms. Oh, sorry. Quaid just looks at you guys. That was a brilliant plan.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant plan until 10 minutes elapses.
See,
What's
you
your
should
deal
get
with?
it.
What's your deal with Silas anyway?
He says nothing.
I'll
Kind of looks around.
find out the
Ex-lovers, perhaps.
We need to get out of here.
time. Agreed.
We will not get far with these things the way we are now.
Can any of them fly?
No, they can't fly. At least I don't think they can fly. Can they fly?
Flying wolves.
Well, and then
Write
there's
that
also the full house behind us. Who knows how long that's gonna last?
We need to get to my home.
Don't suppose you have an expedient way of doing so.
Not particularly. And he just kind of like stomps his feet on the ground.
Then it seems we're still stuck in the same situation.
People. Anyone here teleport?
No, we've been over that. Not unless your wings can teleport.
They can transport, not teleport.
Let's see. We might try to cast some spells at you guys while you hang out in here. Should you talking? Don't mind me.
Yeah, but your little one.
As
Any
long as
teleport?
none of them are disintegrate.
Oddly enough, none of my little druid people were rock disintegrate. All the people that got pulled away, disintegrate is a very common spell, but they have not left. Oh, speaking of which, Misfit, pick someone to roll a D100.
Amy.
Oh. 30.
Great 30.
solid 30. It hit the board nice.
That is an excellent number. Okay, so as you sit there, I need to do this. I guess it is the big one. One of those three from the back will kind of walk forward, and you just kind of hear him roar up, and you watch as vines wrap around the dome that's protecting you, and you're just like in the middle of this little veggie pocket. Much like one of Misfits forts.
Oh wow!
But
Look at
pokier.
that.
If Lou was here, he would say, "This is familiar."
It was always the familiar.
Very nice technique.
Who?
But it also has now obstructed your view of the outside.
Okay.
Um,
Well, they're gonna have to rip through those, or are they just gonna fall on us?
I would wager they're probably going to crush us once this barrier falls.
But do you think you can cast another one before that happens, or is this your one-trick pony?
I might be able to manage.
I mean, it's a good trick.
Can I manage? I can manage, yes.
Okay. I don't suppose you can extend that, can you?
Slightly. More or less for you, I have 1 6th level slot and 1 5th level slot.
Great.
Serena will head over to Ari. What about you, little one? You're rather elusive. Do you have any teleportation?
Yeah, asking Ari?
Yep.
Yeah, she just shakes her head no. Really shouldn't use magic. I already got us in so much trouble.
I don't think we could get in much more trouble.
Oh,
Those
Oh, you can always get in more trouble.
hey, in my experiences, the more trouble you're in, the more fun you had.
I mean, those bubbles
Nice
kind of
work.
saved our butts back there. Was that you?
I shudder.
But if you're not comfortable with doing it, don't worry about it. Let us take care of it. I'll reach over Vash's corpse and ruffle her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Gross.
Vel, what made you ask about the snow?
I don't know. It's been a while since I saw it, and it makes me comfortable. I just wanted to enjoy it for a bit longer. But I mean, I guess now we can't even see it anymore. So
Hmm.
Yeah, we were a reverse snow globe for a while. So, anyone have any plans for when this barrier falls?
Not at the moment.
Get
We're
big
currently
and spiky
submitted.
and fight some werewolves.
That's the spirit. Sure, just kind of supports Biscuit's idea.
We're a little outnumbered. And unfortunately,
mean-
they're going to keep getting back up, many of them with an unbridled fervor.
they're bleeding.
I'm
on
sure it
them.
won't be that bad. They'll probably just lock you down here until they can get one of the Blackwoods to come.
Minus Vel in that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
if you had
mean-
enough blood to donate, I would say we could potentially use it as a repellent, but
Put some
What
in a
if-
spray bottle.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
Oh.
I know how we can protect Vel.
Oh,
We all look like me.
And you just see her
That's
smile
okay.
real big, and she's gonna put her hands together and cast seeming.
oh,
that's not going to work, darling.
Shh, quiet, you. Sound more Vel-like.
They can see through
So-
illusions.
so what did you do?
You look, and you all look like very.
True sight.
Yeah, you're fine. You can kind of see like the outline from where you are, and then everyone's just like a slightly different variant height of what Vel looks like.
Oh, that's weird.
Or he's like a very small Vel. There's a dead Vel on the ground.
We can throw the dead Vel.
No,
Give him the dead Vel.
No.
Ari,
I kind of want to keep that one.
this is a good effort, and your head is in the right place.
She smiles.
But they can see through illusions, and they have a really good sense of smell. This is very good for opponents who rely on visual information, but not so much ones that rely on scent.
You're right. I should have been more thorough.
Do not polymorph anybody into me.
Oh god, if we were all true
Do not
polymorphs into
do
Vel, we
that.
would literally all be toxic to them.
You watch Kid?
She goes to put her
Kid, I'm
hands together
watching
again,
you.
and everyone just like grabs the hands, like no, no, no.
I'm egging her on.
Amelia goes from being a devil to being Vel.
Wouldn't be true polymorph, it'd be mass polymorph.
Is that even a thing?
I don't think you could mass polymorph everyone into Vel. It would have to be like mass true polymorph.
Amy.
Yes.
Trying to see anyone else. Vel. And yeah, that would likely be. Nope, that would likely be it. You just get this really ominous feeling.
Ooh.
You ever get that feeling like if you're floating in deep water, like the ocean or like a lake or something? It's just like that sense of
And something touches
just
your
deep
butt.
underneath you, and there's just almost like the sense of something down there. Except in this case, it's not from below you. It's from above you. It's almost like something is kind of passed overhead. And you just kind of feel it as
Does it feel like it got colder?
No.
Okay.
It was like a very ominous feeling. Like you start shaking a little bit and then it sides.
Did you feel that too?
Yeah, like the entire world was crushing down on me for a second.
Uh-huh.
It also looks like Ari detected it as well.
How fast do you think you could burrow a tunnel?
You know, you're really obsessed with tunnels lately.
Tunnels are very effective for getting out of precarious situations. It's not my fault we never want to try them.
Okay, I could dig a tunnel, but I can't do it that fast.
Would you be able to conjure hell?
Do what now?
Would you be able to conjure hell?
No.
You're focusing on the barrier. Does anyone else have the ability to say conjure an elemental?
Okay. Very important question, Serena.
Hmm?
Where would it go?
You do know where to go. Down.
You know, my uncle said something about elementals one time, but I think I am still about one level short.
If I had to throw a number on it,
All right. And where would the elemental be conjured?
We could figure it in space, I'm sure. If we need to, we got huddled together a bit more to make space for a tunnel.
All right. Oh man, I can't ask anyone to remove these vines.
I could ask.
Could you?
Yeah, I cast speak with plants. Oh, dear vines, could you please part a little bit so we could see the sky?
roll an animal handling check. So you see Misfits in there. Misfit. They basically explain to you they'd love to help you, but that guy over there asked really nicely.
They keep swearing at me. I don't know why.
Did you remember to say please?
Yeah, I did. I said please and everything. Someone said please better than me.
Oh,
How
you
can someone
forgot,
say
the,
please better than you?
you forgot the pretty please.
Oh, I
Actually-
forgot the pretty please.
Well, I don't think it's been 10 minutes yet.
I think it's been about 10 minutes.
You just see him kind of like, it's getting close.
Is it weird that I'm not worried? This is like the 20th life or death situation we've been in this week.
I never thought I'd get numb to it, you know?
Misfit?
Yeah.
I think you mean today.
Yeah.
All right. I think we'll make Vel roll this one.
Great.
Oh, roll a D100. This depends. This is going to determine what drink I grab from behind me as well, depending on how well this goes for you. Dude, I've had like some sort of weird ass cold bug for like 6 weeks now. Will not go away.
I'm gonna inspiration.
Risky.
Risky. Oh well.
Risky.
That's all I need to know for now. Belmont's just kind of looking. Am I doing this again?
I don't know, man.
Do we need more time?
Like,
I mean, we either die now or in 10 more minutes.
Why did you have to say it that way?
because that's how it is.
Oh,
And I mean, it's really weird looking at you when you look at me. When you look like me.
It's weird seeing a Vel layered over everyone.
What?
I don't know. It's like
Misfit.
Yes.
How long does Speak with Plants last?
Like 10 minutes.
I gotta send you a message. Keep talking. This only affects you.
it's like, you put like a veil over someone that's kind of transparent.
I'm gonna put a hand on Amy's shoulder. Vel, it's been an honor being your friend. I'm sorry that these wolves hate you.
What? the bell next to her looks distraught.
I'm gonna try and mimic your voice.
Okay, go for it.
Perform. Oh, new voice.
No, just sound like me. Just sound like me. Just do it.
You have
No, I can't
hands?
do it.
Hands?
You see Misfit's like head tilt, and he looks up.
Misfit. The vines have all frozen.
Oh.
Gee, it's cold out there.
And then the plant goes silent.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Belmont, which one are you?
Huh?
Which one are you? Raise your hand.
You mean Velmont? Velmont?
Belmont? Velmont?
Oh, over here. I'm literally right next to you. I haven't moved.
Okay, look, I don't know, man. Some of them are shifting around. I'm pretty
You
sure
just see Zoop and Turkleton are just spinning in circles.
I'm pretty sure Fumble's playing musical chairs with Gerald over there. You got a really rowdy bunch, huh?
Oh, you've met our captain. And he just looks into the corner at all of them just like being totally goofy while they're in this bubble.
I think the weather's changed for the better.
Really? Because it looks much worse.
For who?
I don't know. They have fur. I don't have fur. I mean, this works for me, but I don't think it works well for you people.
I would be better with the opposite.
I like the cold.
I don't think you're gonna have to put up your wall again.
You sure?
No. But do
It'll
you
be
want to stay?
fine.
But do
And
you
you
want to
watch
stay? But
you
do you
watch
want to
it
stay stuck
dissipate.
in here?
Oh, guys, quiet. Do you hear the dogs?
No, but I don't like being in this bubble. I'm gonna smash out of the.
The roof?
Frozen vines?
Yeah. All right, I can go up.
Yeah, as the bubble comes down, I'm gonna try to get through the vines.
I'm just gonna go up through the vines.
Roll an athletics check as you just break through the top.
I keep closing my cohort.
It's just such an easy window to just naturally close. I do it with my Echo all the time.
Oop, nope. All right, +4.
Right, so you just blast through the top of this thing. They're all still out there.
Yeah, I assumed as much. I'm gonna keep going. They're still out.
You watch a couple like start. They look around like they're not really. They weren't really expecting like Vel to fly out at the top of this thing.
Yep. I'm gonna keep going up.
You watch the father just kind of like put his his hand out.
Mm-hmm.
Not that one. You see a couple people like are pacing you with a bow, but he's still just looking at the dome.
Valmelia, be careful.
Yeah, I wish I had more range in my Eldritch Blast. Can I look around? How cold is it?
Roll a perception check.
I did it again, guys.
You need to drag it over your character sheet.
I close my character sheet all the time.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you watch and you look around. It's just them, you guys. It is very cold. It's snowing, and you kind of look and you can see like the snowflakes forming up in the sky.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with that snowflake.
Uh-huh.
So you see all these little snowflakes forming and falling, and then there seems to be like this clump that's kind of grouping up more at the top. That's like heading towards your guys' direction.
Okay.
We have a snow golem, snow swarm.
Keeps massing up more.
Serena, it seems like the younger ones don't have the weird eyes yet. You could probably try to illusion something to spook them.
Potentially.
Start spinning, Amelia.
Uh-huh.
It'll all be very short term.
And then I will send Amelia a message.
All it would take is one of their madness to potentially snap them out of it. I could potentially try and cause confusion, but not more than what the seeming has already done.
Okay.
And you guys just hear this loud crunching sound. and it just gets incredibly cold. And you watch like this layer of ice go between you guys and Amy.
I want to see what that was. I want to pop out of the vine thing.
It's covered in ice now, like a
Oh,
giant sheet of ice covered over your dome.
Did we put down the wall of force?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's expired.
Okay.
It expired, and I told him
Ah.
he probably didn't need to use another.
The vines froze over it, so we're still in kind of a dome thing.
Uh-huh. We are in a dome shape.
Can I start pulling away vines so I can see out rather than the hole in the top of the roof?
You can start breaking them. They're brittle
Yeah.
because they're so cold.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. I want to see what's going on out there after hearing that loud crash.
I'll telepathically say, and you are?
So hold on. So we'll explain what this looks like since they missed it too. So what ends up happening? So he's watching this snowflake kind of spin and spiral. And then as it's floating down, it almost takes this shape as it's spinning into a woman's dress, and a woman lands 3-point style in front of you. You see on the ground, well, Amelia sees it, you guys miss it. Essentially, this magic rune spreads out from the area where she lands on, that more or less spreads kind of like... Oh, where'd it go? Kind of like that. Over the ground, and then it flash freezes all of them. Amy, you do watch immediately as the 3 larger ones immediately break out of their ice and kind of jump back. A couple of the other ones, but there's only like 6 of them out there now, and there's this woman just in the middle of a snow flurry. And as you kind of mentally try to speak back to her, she turns towards you, and you just see these 2 bright glowing blue eyes, and you can't even make out her form, and it's just like this snowstorm. You have to make a save.
Yep.
Let's see.
Is it a spell? Or a spell-like effect?
Nope.
She is a being of immense power.
And you just kind of watch as the eyes almost peer through you, and then you feel them kind of calm down a little bit, and then she flips her head the other way.
I'm going to land on the top of the dome.
Yeah, so you see basically where that spiral came out from the shape. It flash froze and just made all these sheets of ice. So you can kind of see it grew over the half of them. If they probably go at the back end, there's less ice. But as you guys break in, you just see it's kind of blurry because the ice is thick, but you can kind of see there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement out there. You can see Amy, though, because of the blue hair and the blue wing.
What's
Actually,
going on
no,
out
because
there?
you're in Vel right now. Nope. Too well camoed.
Yeah, do you see what's going on out there?
Do I?
You see very basic shapes.
No, it's too foggy.
It's at this point, you watch and you see like this light appear towards the back of your guys' thing. It's like someone's blasting the back of your dome with fire.
Can I see?
You don't see because you're on top. Do you go around the back?
No, I'm just watching the lady.
She kind of is sitting there in a standoff with the ones that still remain. And then you just hear this, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This has been such a large misunderstanding." Just bear with me 1 minute, and you watch as this little hole begins to melt open.
Oh,
And
bear
this
with
man
you say. Why
Pops his head in there. Everyone okay in there?
Who is
Do you
it?
recognize who it is?
It's Stray. It's the guy that stopped the fight the time before, the little assistant.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, I'm so very sorry. There was just been a bit of a misunderstanding. We didn't understand you were with Her Majesty. Please. And he watches, he'll kind of widen it out and get you guys out. And he just sits there. He's like, "Anna, I'm very, very sorry. It's a simple misunderstanding."
That's quite all right.
And you see your aunt just kind of sitting there resting against a big chunk of ice. She looks tired. But yeah, you see like the majority of all these little werewolf guys are just frozen in solid ice outside.
You came? You really did.
She just kind of looks over at you and smiles a little bit, and then she kind of falls asleep. Wow. Truly, our apology. And he kind of is like shooing the little dogs.
When they're frozen?
The ones that got out.
Okay.
It's just a simple bit of a misunderstanding. I'll take care of these. He'll just kind of look around. It'd probably be best if you would expedite your the end of your vacation, though. And then he just kind of will like
We shall
give
take
a
that
quick bow.
advice to heart and vacate post haste.
Bye.
Hey, Vel.
Yes, Vel.
What? Yeah.
Misfit.
Yes.
One word D100.
Do you know who that lady is?
Yeah, that's
I
my
point to the
auntie.
lady who has the intense glare.
Oh, is that not?
She doesn't have the intense glare anymore. Now she's laying against the thing.
Oh, it's your
Yeah.
aunt.
Yeah, that's my aunt.
Picking up
Adoptive aunt.
Wow.
She just wants me to call her that.
She's got a really cold stare.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. You saw that side of her?
I think I felt it.
She okay?
I'm right here, and you are all so very loud.
I was trying to whisper.
You were trying, dear.
Let's all get out of
Sorry,
here.
auntie.
No, it's fine. It kind of looks over and sees.
Does she have any natural true sight?
You don't know.
I strike a pose. Strike a second pose.
This one.
She's so kind
I'm
of.
just picturing Misfit. Every time she goes to pan over looking at everyone, Misfit like immediately moves to the center of her view and just like strikes a pose. She looks to the left, he quickly bolts left, strikes another pose amongst the crowd of Vels.
And she'll just kind of smile. And then slowly get up. Come on.
Are you in any condition to walk?
She just looks at you.
I'll take that as yes.
And she just continues going. It's like, which one of you is Vash? Vash, where are you?
Oh, I've got him.
He's that one on the floor.
Oh, he's not on the floor. I've got him still.
Right.
Just kind of look over. She goes, he's dead?
Yeah, he's been dead for like weeks. And he was a ghost, and we had to kill him a couple more times.
We probably got his soul back in wherever it should be.
You know
Yeah.
Bash?
Wait, what? let's get to
Look,
moving.
Look, I wrote it all down. Let's worry about this later.
I will walk up right beside her. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Misfit.
Yes, I know.
I just grin.
May I ask what that was earlier, or is that something you do not wish to share?
Kind of just looks over to you. What is it, Amy? She immediately recognizes you.
Yep. That glare from earlier?
And she just kind of smirks a little bit. Oh no, that's just something I learned over the years.
I'll take that as an answer. Thank you.
Come on, children. Busy day.
Yes, ma'am. And I
Yes,
fall
yeah.
in line.
Serena's following along. Not a child.
I'll pick up Ari because she is injured. She got bouldered.
Pretty good boulder?
Yeah.
Oh, earlier, yeah.
Where do you guys go?
I believe, if I recall correctly, our plan was to head west out of Barbet, or
Wait, do we still need to go to your place?
Well, I'm going to go there so that they can't come and kill me.
Okay.
And honestly, if we follow him, I don't think that would be safe for him.
Yeah, no, we're going west.
Esmer?
Esmer.
I think that's the best plan.
Going to Esmir? That's a horrible plan. That place is overrun with gnolls.
Well, we
No,
gotta
we
get to
need to-
Stilben.
We need to get to Stilben and go
You're
through
going to go to
Varden.
Esmir to get to Stilben? That's an even worse idea.
Well, what? Should we just walk on through Varden, where everyone is mad at us?
I mean,
We're
why don't you just
already in
climb
the-
over the mountain if you're right here? You're going to go back through gnoll-infested lands, back up the mountain through gnoll-infested lands, into the territory where the two things that hate you the most in the world have the territory advantage and familiarity.
Well, when you put it that way, I feel like an idiot.
Is it really that bad?
They're not going to not come after you. Believe me.
Yeah, this.
We could totally take some those.
She's talking about the vampire family that all got called home and is probably not happy about that.
And emphasis on some.
There's still that whole hunting game.
What do we do about the Arcanum, though?
If we trek through the forest, going east past Varden, we could take the longer road down to Stilben.
No, I think she's got a point with cutting through the mountain.
We could just go through the mountain.
We could.
East would take you into a large number of our forces and their commander that were still at the casino. The only things that got recalled were the Blackwoods. Everything else is still to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
Esmir is
north
not great, but I think it's our best bet.
And it's a
Well,
lot
he's-
safer than going directly east at the moment, I will not deny.
What about directly north?
Quaid is, proposing that we just go north. By
Was that
Varden,
right? I
which-
thought that was Anastasia.
It was Anastasia or Aurora.
Who told us going to Esmir sucked?
Mhm.
Who said that, Kalsto?
That was Quaid.
Oh, okay.
Here it does not say things like that town sucks.
Just making sure.
At least not publicly.
Excuse me.
Sounded like going through
Oh.
null-infested lands would be a bad idea.
It's certainly safer than going through vampire-infested lands.
It would be safer to go north through the mountains.
We can try. We don't know how large of a ridge they control. But the closer to Varden, the more risk we run into wolves and the Blackwood troops.
It depends on how much leeway we're getting from this misunderstanding.
Let's
I think
try
that's what he
not to
said.
push. Let's try not to push it.
Which is, I say we just go north, take our chances on the wilderness.
Agreed.
But
Any
ultimately,
opposition?
boss, whatever.
Wilderness means that there will possibly be crazy mountain animals that I've never seen.
There
I
could be
like
some
this idea.
there could be some CR3 beasts up there.
There could be some
Alright.
crazy stuff up there.
North it is.
Bailey gets a nosebleed from game mechanics.
Why?
You speak in game mechanics.
What? Wait, what kind of nosebleed are we talking about here?
It's like my brain's melting kind of nosebleed.
Okay.
Hey, Auntie, how did you know Vash?
Serena seen her as one of the guild leaders, right? Like when she
Yeah,
was snooping
you know
about.
100% that she's one of your guild leaders.
She
She's
is one
not
of
the
guild
main guild leader. She's the leader of the northern branch, and then there's one who's the leader of all of them.
Okay. If I were to hazard a guess, probably the last meeting on the mainland.
It makes sense.
How's your migraine doing? Are you? Yes, no.
She kind of sits there and she looks at Vash, and she's like holding something at her side. Seems to be like a scroll case of some sort.
Let's maybe save questions for once we're farther away. Then we can take a moment to rest.
Yeah, I'll help you guys. Hopefully, I can get most of us through quickly. So we're losing Quaid's group, which is -4 people, but we still have the other 16.
Yeah, so everyone stays with you at the moment. She's kind of overwatching you guys. They're going back to his house. You don't know what they're up to. Or where those other 3 people came from, actually. It's a very good point.
I'm at this point, I'm just assuming he has a bunker down there.
Okay.
There are too many other pressing issues to go explore the anti-vampire bunker. Don't forget to write down your memories before you forget them tomorrow.
That's a good plan. Well, good luck with the not dying.
You
And
too.
good luck to all of you. Thank you for your assistance.
Thanks for supporting the good fight.
Stay safe out there.
Continue to do so.
All right, so they'll veer off and go towards his house. You guys head north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll proceed. It's not too bad. Vel, you get mountain advantage, right? I believe.
Yes, I have things because of my favorite terrain. Let me double check what that does for us. Enemy. Is it natural explorer? Okay. Difficult terrain doesn't slow down our group's travel. We can't become lost except by magic. We remain alert to danger. Well, actually, that says you, so I remain alert to danger. I am not traveling alone. We find twice as much food, or I guess I would find twice as much food. And we're not tracking, so that doesn't matter. So difficult terrain doesn't matter, and we can't become lost are the 2 big ones.
Okay. So there are quite a lot of you. However, a lot of you are also very tired. So I would say, given your collective efforts, it's not too hard. You probably make it like 2/3 of the way up through the peaks. Before you make it into the later evening when it would be more dangerous to kind of traverse. You could travel through the night if you wish, but you've also all been stomped and beaten, and
we've only had 1 good night's sleep in 4 days.
We'll definitely take the time to find like a cave or someplace to set up camp where we can maintain a concealed position.
Sure. Who wants to roll the survival check to find our shelter for the evening?
Misfit. Misfit, will you roll it, please?
Yes.
Serena will provide aid for whoever is looking for it. She'll be looking for places where she could use illusions to help conceal her position.
I will take this aid.
All right, Misfit finds a fairly decent cave, big enough to fit most of you in.
Okay.
A little tight, but it'll help keep you guys warm.
I'll weave an illusion at the front of it to try and obscure it, make it not seen. Bunch of like foliage and stuff in the way.
Throughout the day, I would have burned a bunch of pass without traces to try to conceal our tracks.
I could help on that front as well. How many hours did we travel?
This would have been probably like a good 12.
12?
Okay.
How many?
Long
can you
day.
do?
I can do 7 hours. So the first 7 hours I would have done.
Okay. I should be able to cover the rest. 5. I think I could do 6 pretty easily.
Yeah, and you notice at this point too, your aunt just kind of goes and like sits against one of the walls, and she's just kind of like taking everything in, but she looks really, really tired.
We kind of made a mess of everything, didn't we?
Not your fault.
I,
The world's a bit messy right now.
not gonna lie, it kind of feels like I might have had more than a little bit of fault to this.
And she'll just kind of put her hand on your hand, your left hand, not your right hand. And she'll just be like, they would have found a reason one way or another. There's a reason that they want us out of the way.
Wait, I
Quite what
really
it
want
is
the
yet.
tipsy fucks that gone for that long?
The Black Skulls or the Black Woods?
Blackwoods have nothing to do with that. It's the Black Skulls themselves got their fingers, it would seem, into influence with the Arcanum. Proved unfortunate. Not only have they had most of our guild members arrested, they've also started limiting other magical guilds as well.
We heard about arrests. I know Tharbad has obviously been taken over by demons. The main
Abed has not been
is,
taken over by demons. That's where agents come in. They are elves from another world, not demons.
oh,
The demons were dealt with. The demons, that was months ago.
I didn't realize a different force had taken over Tharbad.
That was the first one. That happened before the demon. So, just as a quick catch up. So, originally, Tharbad got assaulted early on. They got attacked essentially by Leah's family. So, it's all Hatchet Lads and Dark Elves that run Tharbad now. Even the Thieves Guild has had a couple of issues up there now, and it used to basically be their city. The rift you're talking about where everything got hit was south of the Isle of Kars. Anyways, it was much further south and it got sealed.
Okay.
So yeah, that happened, and then basically like they were fighting in the southern lands and were able to subside most of it.
I've also heard that the mainland was suffered heavy arrests. Though rumors of the leadership still stand.
Oh no, just me. Thankfully, our independent guild halls bit safe. It takes a little bit longer to get to the north. It's not quite an easy jaunt.
So the North is still doing well then?
I wouldn't say necessarily well, but that's where we've regrouped most of those who remain. However, that won't hold for much longer either. I was hoping, and he kind of looks over at Vash on the ground, kind of hoping to have him help me deal with part of this, but she just like puts her hands out of the ground like he's dead.
Positive note, we've done a lot of the legwork for bringing him back. In his recent excursion, the Blackwoods managed to capture his soul and the Black Skulls his body. We retrieved his body, but the Blackwoods had formed some form of revenant out of him to try and hunt us down, and we seem to have dispelled that and reunited the two. However, now we just need to do the next step of restoring him to life. Normal means he's been dead for too long, so we need something a bit more powerful.
Serena,
Yes?
And you just see she like is completely just passed out. She fell asleep while you were talking. She's completely exhausted.
She'll get her a blanket.
And she drops that scroll case to her side anyways.
I'm picking that up.
Serena will like lay her down and like get her a blanket, and we've got something for her.
She's wedged like against the back wall. You could put a blanket on her if you want. She's just leaning against the wall though.
Yeah.
I pull Bruce
I'm gonna
over
make her
Vash.
more comfortable.
Wait, Bruce won't eat him.
He just looks so cold.
Are there any markings on this case, or is it just like a leather
No,
case?
it's just like a smaller cave. The soup looks pretty happy though. Spirits are in general. It's actually really odd. And Vel, you're more familiar with this feeling than most. You guys feel like you've had horrible luck and you're in a horrible, deadly situation, but you feel really good and relaxed about it. Like you shouldn't feel this confident and safe, but you really feel like it's almost like a sense of home. Like you feel almost untouchable in a sense in this cave at the moment, at least with your family here, so to speak.
You guys did have a way of putting me at ease, even if you could stare through me like you wanted to murder me. I'm gonna pop up in the case.
Gerald's gonna mention. Yeah, she's got eyes like that dude.
Oh,
dude?
Jace?
No, the one who was at the casino that lit Tiny on fire. Remember the red fire thing? His eyes kind of look like that too.
Oh,
Maybe they draw upon similar power.
I didn't really see that guy too well. Really?
Now, that guy was nasty. He was like, "Oh, I remember that guy." He looked at me and I got confused, and then he was gone.
I wasn't on that side of the building. What happened to Tiny?
Oh, he got melted.
Oh. Poor
The mean
Tiny.
man lit him on fire with red fire, and he melted.
That's so messed up.
Put up a valiant fight, Misfit.
Tiny
A valiant fight.
fought so bravely for us.
He may be tiny, but his fight was big.
Mm-hmm.
I'd only wish I had thought of the Holy Water sooner. We might have been able to save him.
Still that crown, right?
Which one?
The tiny crown.
Yes, Gerald would still have that.
Maybe we can rebuild him.
Possible?
Ask an artificer, not me.
I was about to say we'd need to find an artificer of sufficient power to reverse engineer and build something of that nature.
Based only off of our memory, too.
Fickle thing memory can be.
All right. Anyone have any tasks they want to do for this evening?
Yeah, I want to see if this is a magic scroll or if it's just like a missive.
It looks like it's just like a missive case. It's a Tipsy Fox, like engraved one. It looks like an official scroll case the guild would typically use.
Do I go snooping?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's like.
There's not like any wax seals or anything on any of the letters. It's just a locking case that just secures and keeps the documents in good condition. Would you like to snoop?
Yeah, I'll snoop.
All right.
No.
So, would anyone like to aid in the snooping? You're full of the spirit of this guild is literally shenanigans and snooping.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I can see like half of you being dragged into this and like, no, we didn't do that.
I am a literal devil on your shoulder.
All right.
You're not even on my shoulder. You're literally whispering in my ear right behind me.
You have like the collective attention of everybody, but essentially Anna, who's passed out. What's that?
Yeah. Okay. If she asks, I go to do all into it. I've been yelled at before.
No
And
worries.
I'll pop it open.
Roll a
no worries,
dexterity check. It's going to take your tools to open it.
Guild
Okay.
Roll
advantage.
these tools.
Guild advantage.
Yeah. There's so much of us here.
Oh my
Oh.
god! It continues. It continues. It continues. I can't roll good on my thieves' tools checks.
It froze on a 20 and then it hit 2. You try to mess with it. It's not that it's difficult or complex. It's just so intricate and small. The components are just harder to work with given the size.
Fumble, do you have a magnifying glass in your toolkit?
Who?
Fumble. The other rogue.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe I can help. I have more keen senses.
Okay, take a shot at it. And I'll give you my guild advantage so you can make a thieves' tools check.
Oh, that should have been an advantage.
Does a 25 open it?
you
Try
go
20.
and you
Okay, 24.
watch, and the side clicks and flips open.
She'll hand the case back to her.
Cool, thanks.
Snoop.
Snoop.
All right,
Snoop.
roll a
Check for
roll
trap.
just a general wisdom check. There's no trap. Just roll a general wisdom check. It is a document written in common, and I'm grabbing a drink right by me.
I have to roll this. Did anybody give me guild advantage on this one? I have a -1.
I can give you guild advantage.
Right.
In case it's relevant, I'll just drop that. Yeah, no.
It is a very complex document, but let me kind of give you a general summarization of what you do ascertain. You don't, other than that, there's like a lot of legal jargon in here, but essentially,
Oh no, he's typing.
Dun dun dun.
yep, that's how that works.
We're just. This sounds like we're gonna get reinstated, but somewhere else. Not the Kingdom of Arcadia, but the Kingdom of Dolnir. Or, sorry, the continent is Arcadia. Is there an Arcadian kingdom?
So, Northern Arcadia is also the Kingdom of Arcadia. Well, it's not right now. Well, no, it is right now. I'm getting so confused on our timelines of what day and what campaign we're in.
Basically, is what I said accurate? Is more of what I was getting at.
Way. So essentially, what it is, Dolnir has nothing to do with Arcadia itself. So it's a full separate continent away. For Arcadia, there's the Kingdom of Arcadia, which is basically Northern Arcadia, and then there's Southern Arcadia, which is a different kingdom. So this is literally no part of Arcadia. It's to the northwest, away from even Karis. So it's an approved charter on essentially a new continent that has approved Tipsy Fox, as opposed to you are currently in Arcadia, at least. They kind of closed up all of your shops. So it's somewhere legally for you to relocate, in a sense.
I think this is the solution to everybody getting shut down by the. What were they
Also,
called again? Arcanum?
Go to the bottom of the document, Vel.
Hey.
It lists the officers of said supposed branch. Let me whisper you. That's what's at the bottom.
Oh. She's gonna look. She's gonna eye glance over to Vash.
Serena's gonna look over her shoulder.
It says that Khan is registered as the guild leader for this new branch, and Vashis is number 2.
Oh.
Good for him.
Good. If he was alive
You
to hear
also
it, yeah.
notice it has a charter of the current members' names.
Of
It
like who's going to
is-
get transferred over.
It's who is part of this charter. Essentially, like it's starting members. So it shows Colin as your guild leader. It shows Vash as his second in command. It shows Misfit in his group. It shows Zoop in his group. It shows Quill. That is it.
That's barely even a guild. That's not even enough to fill up a tavern.
And you just hear from behind you, it's all we have left. And you see your hands awake.
Oh,
I
It's
forget.
okay.
I
It's
forget
okay.
it past your net.
The goblins definitely scatter. Foxy scatters. For some reason, and you don't know if it's the fact that you have all these like little goofy people with you or whatever this combination seems to be. She's in a much better mood than she probably has a right to be. It's like, well, I was hoping to break the news a little bit more
Formally.
formally than that, but yes. In order to protect the guild and guild assets, we needed to found this. Fortunately, and she looks over at Vash. I was not aware that he had passed on yet.
Yeah, there wasn't exactly anybody to report his death to at the time.
Okay.
And with luck, it will also be temporary. But working on that final step.
And
Even if
God,
we bring him back, I don't think he's going to have his powers.
His power. I don't even have his powers anymore. I don't know what's going on.
I
He's
wouldn't
similar
worry
to
about
Colin.
it for now. Children, please. It'll be okay. I
Nods.
believe in all of you.
What happened with Quill, anyways?
Oh, feel safe. He was with me not that long ago before
Didn't
I
he,
started.
didn't he betray us?
Well, absolutely not. Phil's the gumball guy. You're thinking of
Who am I thinking of?
Wart.
That would be
Wart. I'm thinking of Wart. Oh my goodness. I need to meet this Quill someday.
You did meet him.
Oh, okay.
I need to
He
meet
was-
this
he's
man
the one
again
who-
someday and shake his hand and thank him.
He's the man that received you when you first got to the main continent. That's when he gave you gumballs, remember?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I remember now. I need to thank this man.
Oh, you got the gumballs.
We did, yeah.
Excellent. Those
Uh,
were old stock, but we wanted to send something to help when we
They're
were.
very
It
yummy.
took a minute to get
They-
here.
They distracted Helena for long enough. Though. Hey, Fumble,
Yes.
you still feeling okay?
He's just sitting at the cave entrance. I'm feeling great, and the moon is beautiful tonight. He just kind of. And you see his
Fumble,
like
get away
bone
from the
shift.
moon. Fumble's done.
What?
Get away from the opening.
He kind of walks back. Oh, you're
Hey.
probably right. I don't want to catch a cold.
Fumble.
I guess I
Have a
should have
talk.
asked. Did anybody get bit at any point besides me in that whole kerfuffle?
no.
I point at Fumble.
Fumble looks around the room and everybody else, like waiting for someone else to raise their hand. Kind of like meets your eyes.
So how have you been feeling, Fumble?
Oh, I feel great.
Have you been noticing any changes?
I am getting a little bit more hairy, but you know, puberty's weird sometimes.
Fumble, you look like you're 26. I think you're done with that.
Oh, you mean you can't get a second one?
Second puberty.
No, second puberty is
No.
totally a thing.
No.
Oh,
Is that a thing for furbolgs?
oh man. And that makes me really question some of those abnormal growths.
We are
It's like-
not going to deal with
Besides,
that.
my nails have been a try. He like holds out his nails and they're just like beginning to claw up.
Oh, wow.
He's like, "Move! But check this out, though." And he picks up like he'll pick up like a little container of water and he'll poke it with his finger and shotgun it.
Hey,
Huh?
Zoop, Tuckerton, I don't suppose either of you know a remove curse spell.
Turkleton kind of looks at Zoop. They huddle. How do you spell curse?
K?
T-Y-R-E.
Uh-huh.
F.
E?
Uh-huh.
Galmok,
He-
I don't suppose you...
Turkleton looks at Zoop, shakes his head no. Zoop's kind of like going through his little drawings. Nope.
Hmm. Well...
It's at this point, your aunt kind of looks over. Well, I think that's enough of roughing it for the evening. You watch, she's just going to walk over to a wall and she puts her hand on the wall and he watches a door of ice form.
Thank God. Please.
And like this very elaborate ice door opens up and you just watch as it swings open to like this very warm and inviting, almost like winter, picture like a winter cabin escape mixed with a winter castle merged together. So it's
I just imagined a Viking's paradise.
It's so cozy.
pretty much, but like in a super classy way as well.
Honestly,
Okay.
not in my forte, but I don't suppose you could teach one of us how to do something like this.
Eventually, once you're strong enough. But and she looks around the place. I can teach you the magic. I can't teach you the magic of design, dear.
I'm sure I can figure that second one out.
She kind of smiles. She'll just go and like sit on a very comfortable couch. There's lots of really comfy places to sit here. She's like, everyone, please around the fire, and she like moves her hand to the fire, and it just ignites up.
She'll wander in and have a seat.
It's at this point you guys just hear something break from down the hall. You just hear, oh shit. Sorry about that, and it's Gronkum.
What?
Oh,
you did
he's like
get him.
holding a turkey leg. You made
What?
it.
What happened after you got launched out of that house, dude?
Oh my gosh, you would not believe what I've been up to.
No,
It goes
I
into, like
won't.
this overly elaborate story about like he's like, yeah, and then I grabbed onto this rocket and I flew out and then we went out into the woods and we fought and we did this.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty
You died
busted
for
up.
sure.
Oh, I think I might have.
It's nice to see you again.
Like, oh, pleasure's mine. And he just like kind of will like give you guys a couple of drinks that he brought out.
Thank you.
It's at this point, Anastasia will kind of look over. Well, unfortunately, as you all kind of ascertained, there's not many of us left. I have important work that I need to do here, and I will not be able to assist you kind of in this manner. Which means your most important mission, first and foremost, electing your guild leader.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he?
What? Misfit has a file on him.
Okay.
Our intelligence still points that he's somewhere in Monaco, but we can't quite identify where.
I have an item that's supposed to help find him.
Excellent. Some sort of artifact?
I pull out a tennis ball.
Excellent. She's just kind of like, oh dear.
I don't know what it does, but
The
it's
Winter
supposed to
Queen
help.
witnessing an artifact of the Lord of Fire.
You take good care of that.
Do you even know how to work that thing?
It's a tennis ball. You throw it, right?
Have you? Did you even try? Okay.
I don't know what it does. I don't know if it'll work like once or multiple times.
Fair
Let me
enough.
have a look at that. I might be able to discern something about it.
I don't give it to you.
You have
You
fun
can
with
hold on
that.
to it.
This is my ball.
I'm gonna go raid the
Oh.
kitchen.
I just want to identify her.
Just think about what you want. I call out to you.
Her servants are like these. They're non-melting ice butlers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're different shapes, but they're essentially just all ice people that walk around waiting on you.
Did Fernando change his mustache?
Told him it looks silly.
You've told him?
Of course I
We
did.
worked so hard to get him to use that thing. Oh.
Sometimes you have to learn to be more direct, Velmer.
Yeah, well,
No sense beating around the bush.
yeah.
Yeah, there's an irony in you saying that, considering whenever she's not here with you, she's always very direct.
She just
Except with Vash for some reason.
What do you mean by
I
that?
was trying to urge a bit of subtlety on my part.
I'm pretty sure the whole reason he's dead is because I was too direct with him.
I don't know. I don't think it came from the heart. I think it came from a place of anger.
Isn't anger a valid emotion?
Mm-mm.
So what? Just bottle it up until I explode?
No, you get it out by hitting people and stuff.
Also doesn't
It's not
sound
good for
very
you. You gotta
healthy.
get it out.
I think I've learned something deeply intrinsic to your character, and I'm afraid of what it means.
I hit people real good. Often. I am a creature of pure bliss.
Well, you all certainly have the spirit to get the job done. However, that does leave the burden of filling Vash's role until such time as he and she'll like pick up his arm and let it drop down.
Until he's feeling better.
You don't happen to know a priest you're friends with, do you?
I'll take this one with me when I go. It's gonna take more than.
Are you okay with that, Captain?
You're gonna fix him?
I will try.
Honestly, he'd probably be safest with you as well. Considering the number of people that seem to want us dead of late.
Okay, well, if you're gonna take him, I've got to go grab some things. I'm gonna gather everybody's dagger except for one, and I'm gonna put them up. I'm gonna give them back to him. I'm only keeping one for myself. No, I'll keep two. I'll keep two for myself.
Very well.
No, I'll keep one. I'm committing to one. Don't let me change my mind.
And with Vash's absence, Foxy, I'm going to put you in charge. And Foxy's like, what?
Congratulations, you've been promoted.
I would like to objectively decline. Thank you.
Foxy.
She just kind of glares at her.
You
Really, and after all this time, enough is enough. Stop being silly. You need to grow up, Foxy. Just like pop over here. It's like, don't be so grumpy, Hannah.
Did you say Hannah?
Anna.
Hannah. Okay.
Hold on. We got to convince her.
I mean, hell, you were able to turn a vampire into a hamster.
Foxy's like sitting staring up at Anna, and all of a sudden you just watch Anna's eyes glow ever so slightly blue. Fine. And she just kind of stomp off.
See, it doesn't work like that. Lou understands your pain.
So I assume there's something more to her than meets the eye.
Isn't a promotion a good thing?
Yes, but not all want the responsibility that comes with it.
She'll kind of look at all of you guys. A lot to do. Long trip tomorrow. Get your rest. I'm going to turn in for the evening. Help
Thanks,
yourselves.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Oh, Misfit, there is something in the gallery you might want to see as well. Fernando,
yeah?
can you show him? All right, so you go. You watch
Real
as
quick before I leave,
Huh?
I'm gonna take out the stuffed rabbit that I forget who found it for me. I think Vel found it for me.
Oh, the stuffed rabbit? I think Dustin gave that to you.
Oh, that was recent, wasn't it?
I remember finding a stuffed rabbit in the Hagwoods in the ruins in there.
they'll give you
Or
a shark
something.
tooth.
I gave
That's
you
the
a
only
shark
thing I
tooth
remember.
necklace.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I take my kind of worn at this point stuffed rabbit out of my bag and I tuck it in with Vash with all his knives.
Mhm.
Give
A
him a pat
rabbit
on the
filled
head.
with knives.
Yes.
Vash wakes up from his very long slumber and sees a stuffed rabbit surrounded by knives there.
Ominous. Kind of a threat. And I'll follow Fernando.
All right, so she heads off towards her quarters with Belle following her. Fernando takes you into the other room. There's like this square that comes out of the wall, and it almost comes out like in a little like U shape in a downward motion, almost like something comes out of it.
Whoa.
And there's a bowl next to it, and he goes and he takes the bowl and he puts it underneath it. Snow powder begins to fall out of it,
Ooh.
and then colors.
Oh no.
This is a snow cone machine.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
I eat snow cones until I get sick.
It is not hard, and it takes about 6.
Thank you for this great blessing, Fernando.
All right, so she heads to her quarters. What would you like to ask her?
I'm sorry. I need to just get that out of the way. I'm sorry I died on you. It was one thing you told me not to do, and I did.
She just kind of smiled. And yet here you are anyway.
I don't know why or how. I might know why, but definitely not how.
Darling, sometimes the why and the how really doesn't matter. I've met some stupidly lucky people in my travels and adventures. There is a man I knew who once died literally 15 times.
Oh,
And he was the king of a kingdom. So don't be so hard on yourself, dear. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we get better.
okay, but what about like a cursed or ring you think is cursed, and every time you look at it, it puts you in a trance, and it like really freaks you out, and you can't get it off?
She's just gonna kind of look at you, and she doesn't even bother to look at your hand. Belmer,
Uh-huh.
when life presents us challenges, sometimes we just need to rise up to those challenges and meet them.
What if you think that's going to be worse?
Well, hard to say.
Also, do you want this for bedtime reading? And I'm going to pass her my journal. It's kind of what we've been up to. It should help more than someone talking you to sleep.
He kind of looks at it. Sure, dear.
Okay.
She just kind of smiles. You should go get some rest.
Yeah. Is my room still in the same spot?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to give her a hug and run away.
Okay. Does anyone in this evening randomly explore throughout the night, or does everyone just rest and eat and relax?
I go to Jason's room.
Oh,
I wish to explore.
I'm
Jason's
exploring
room is
too.
not currently present. The door is missing. Location's there. Door is missing.
I get upset about that. I'm gonna be staring at that for like an hour.
I'm snooping.
So
Thanks.
I'll say, because we'll pause here for the evening. just so we can get to more cool stuff next week. Believe me, there's a fun way to get down this hill that is a lot better than going up the hill. Amy, as you kind of are just walking around, you find like an office, and there's pictures of just numerous random people. You find a picture of Foxy.
Oh.
It's a very old picture. That it's like Foxy with a blonde elf man, and like a human with white hair, and then like a man with blue hair.
I've seen the man with blue hair before.
Nobody. It looks really familiar. He looks a lot like that that guy that Vel first hung around with when you guys got here from the Northern Branch. What was his name? Jace?
Jace, yeah.
He looks a lot like that guy. Effectively, for the players, it is a picture of
Jalal.
Foxy, Khan, Jalal, and Strix.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Founders.
You look at it, it is a group picture.
Oh.
Jalal is not the group leader.
Oh.
Foxy is.
Oh. Wait, Strix didn't even cut it as a leader, huh?
And that is where we'll pick up next week.
Uh-oh.
And now it's actually a full week because we're splitting again, but it's fun because we have two again.
Yeah.
Thank you for running, sir. Thank you for
Hey.
everyone who hung out with us tonight. Sorry I haven't really kind of been here. I'm also kind of exhausted. Taking care of the wife's hard work. So we will see everyone here Friday at midnight Central. There will be no game this Saturday because I'm taking my daughter to her first concert. We're going to see Sabaton and Judas Priest.
Oh, nice.
So, but we will have a Friday game, and catch up on all the good stuff on YouTube and Rumble. Likes, follow, shares appreciated. Hang on through the credits, and I will find us someone to raid. And have a great rest of your week, everybody. Night.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.